is also 1 mark. The next point is the folding of fabric. The folding of fabric, if you're able to fold it well, you get 1 mark. Then economy, you're economizing something. You are preventing waste. So if you're able to arrange your pattern in such a way that you don't waste the fabric, that one too is 1 mark. Then direction of grains is 3 marks. Grains, somebody can't tell me grain line. So this is the grain line. The grain line is on the same track with the selvage. And only the grain here. The grain line in you. The Abema who sent me pattern of the right grain. Yamau arrow way arrow nature grain line. So I'm coming. The arrow should follow the grain line. Are you okay? So if you are placing your pattern, the grain line is going this way. The arrow should also go that way. And a grain line. There are some cases that the arrow will be diagonal. It means sabre not to translate. So if the if I say arrow in here, green line. They know how many marks? How do I fold? You follow the green line. Now you know your green line. It's mama salvage. The salvage in a guy will say, quite and then salvage in a fast a green line. So you fold this way, not this way. What are you? Who folded this way? One follow green line. Green line, but what I mean? But follow this way here. Then you are opposite the green line, you are following the green line. What are you? So, the two say, I have a waste. I want to prevent that. And I mean, the 2 o'clock so any year because the food will go this way. So to get my next food, I will tell it. Did you see it? You will say, I have to wait here for it. Miss Spacing it out saying, economy is 0. Because we try and some part of the way we and we are so the next pattern I on food. Another one on food. So here is on food. This part should be on food. So that place. So the space between the see the between here. The fabric matter. The sound of food. But I could be more. Can you find for food? Interest. And I'm a farmer too much. Interest. To prevent wastage. You also be trying hard. It's as soon said the better work can make me use why you. So I come to me 3 months. Me I'm 3 months. What are you? Patterns now can means me can. It's a happy with here and the examiner will not analyze. What else? So ability to fold according to the grains and place my pattern this way, I'll get 3 marks. Direction of the grains. Then the corners should be diagonal. The corners should be diagonal. And when you place it, it's a pin in the bar. I don't think it's a bar. Who child, it will disturb the curtain. Into one side, madam, the corners have diagonal direction.